Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to test the MAF airflow sensor. The MAF sensor is located, this is for the Mazda 3 2013 second generation. The MAF airflow sensor is located right after the air filter before the throttle body. This is where it's located. And the function is to sense the amount of air that is going into the engine. This sensor actually has two sensors built into this sensor. One is the MAF sensor, which is mass airflow sensor, and the other one is the input air temperature sensor. They're both built in here. So let me see if I can show you the diagram. All right, so this is what it looks like. Air is coming through here and out of here. It is a 5-pin sensor. And for the MAF sensor, as the amount of air through the sensor increases, also the voltage increases. Okay, so that is a very important thing to note. It has 5 pins. If you look at the connector from behind, it has 5 pins. You can test the input air temperature sensor by disconnecting, by taking it out and actually measuring between these two pin E and D. You can measure resistance depending on the temperature outside. You can measure the resistance in kilo ohms. For example, if it is 20 degrees outside, it should be 2.5 to 2.7 kilo ohms. 60 degrees should be 0.6 to 0.7 kilo ohms. This is for the input air temperature sensor. As you can see, this is on this side, we have the resistance in kilo ohms, and on this side we have the temperature. So notice as the temperature increases, the resistance decreases. Okay, and as the temperature increases, as the temperature decreases, as the air flowing through the sensor gets hotter, the resistance, the internal resistance of the input air temperature decreases. All right, so this is a wiring diagram for the MAF airflow sensor. It has 5 pins. So out of those 5 pins, 3 are for the MAF sensor. 1 pin, see if I, oh, here we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay. So 1 pin, pin A, is connected to battery voltage or the alternator, depending if the car is running. It should be somewhere around 13.8, 14 volts on pin A. Pin C, which is this pin right here, is the middle pin. These 2 pins right here are for the input air temperature sensor. And these 3 are for the MAF sensor. So pin A, which is the one on the corner, and that's battery voltage. Pin C, which is this one, and that is the signal wire. Okay, and going back to the ECU, the PCM, actually getting the actual reading of the amount of air that is flowing through the MAF sensor. And pin B is connected to ground. Okay, so that is for the MAF sensor. For the input air temperature sensor, add these 2 pins here, E and D. Depending on the manufacturer of your car, this varies. but this is pretty generic. Usually there are two sensors built into the MAF sensor. One is the input air temperature sensor and the other one is the MAF sensor. You should have two signal wires, one for the MAF sensor and the other one for the temperature sensor going back to the ECU. You should have ground and also battery voltage. This one, pin D, which is this pin here, is connected to reference voltage. Actually, no, this is the signal wire. It is connected to probably battery voltage through some sort of circuit or pull-up resistor. And then, according to the changes in temperature, this resistor is going to increase or decrease, and so the voltage across the resistor. And the ECU is taking that reading, and the other pin is connected to ground. Okay, so let me go ahead and start this scanner so we can take a look at. And I've already selected all the readings for the MAF sensor and input air temperature sensor. I selected the mass airflow and mass airflow voltage, and also I selected input air temperature and input air temperature voltage. So I selected those two. There is another input air temperature that I believe is inside the MAP sensor, which is located in the air intake housing. There is another input air temperature there. So let me go ahead and run this, and notice that initially when the engine is cold, this the MAF reading is going to be a little bit high. As the computer warms, as the engine warms up, this setting here should stabilize. If this car in particular is a 2.0 liter car, 2.0 engine, so this reading should be somewhere around 2.0. This is for the MAF voltage. This is this signal wire here. Let's see if I can put both in the same screen. Okay, so this voltage is getting from pin C. Okay, this is the signal wire, which is this connector here, this pin right here, and this one, which is the voltage for the input air temperature, is getting from the other sensor, from pin D, which is this pin here. Okay, that's how the computer knows the temperature, which is 45 degrees Celsius, and the amount of air that is flowing into the engine. All right, so and that's the video that I wanted to make. The easiest way to test the MAF sensor is with scanner. Now you can see the readings, but you can also use a multimeter. If you can read a diagram, you can basically identify which pin is which, and backprobe the connector and take the reading from there. But it's pretty much the same. Okay, so thanks for watching.